What's up, guys? Boxing Guru here, and I'm back with another great video. Sergey the Crusher Kovalev versus Andre, son of God Ward. It's going down. It's gonna happen. This fight is a 50-50 fight, but I'm gonna have to ride with Andre Ward, and I'm gonna explain to you why. This is the sort of fight where you have to go with the more decorated fighter, and I'm not just talking about in the pros. Andre Ward won the Super 6. He's had better quality opponents in the ring with him, but other than that, he has a better amateur record than Sergey Kovalev. Andre Ward is an Olympian. He's a gold medalist. Obviously, he has a lot of skill. He has way more skill than Sergey Kovalev, and that's evident. There's no debating on that. And Sergey Kovalev, he brings devastating power to the table. This is true. He has decent boxing skills as well. He's not a hype job. He has beat a couple of good fighters. Like I said, devastating power. But Andre Ward's been in there with guys that hit hard, and you're gonna have to do more than just hit hard to beat Andre Ward. Andre Ward, he beat Darnell Boone, and Darnell Boone is very underrated. I know Sergey Kovalev beat him too, but what I'm getting at here is that Darnell Boone was able to drop Andre Ward, but Andre Ward came back and he won the fight. Like, he completely wiped him out. Andre Ward, he can deal with a power puncher. That's not a problem. And come fight night, I think he'll be able to dispose of Sergey Kovalev. Not in an easy way. A lot of channels, a lot of pro African American channels are saying he's going to dispose of him very easily. I don't believe so. I think Sergey Kovalev has a very underrated boxing skills. He has very underrated jab. I think he's not just a guy that comes forward looking for a knockout. He can also box. He takes his time. But Andre Ward is just the much more smooth, the much more faster, much more slick, and much more smarter fighter in the ring. So I think the fight is gonna be close, but I think Andre Ward is gonna win convincingly during the last rounds. I think he's gonna take over. I do think Sergey Kovalev will land a couple clean punches, and I think he can drop Andre Ward. My bad. I think he could drop Andre Ward, but I do think Andre Ward will come back and he'll find a way to dominate, because he always does that. He has better adjusting skills than Sergey Kovalev. I mean, if you look at the Sergey versus Bernard Hopkins performance, Bernard Hopkins was 49 years old. He was still slick enough and smart enough to be able to offset Sergey Kovalev and to survive. And if a 49-year-old veteran is able to do that to him, imagine what a prime, young, strong, boxing genius, fast hands will do on that night. Sergey Kovalev, of course, he does have a chance. I could be wrong. He could land a clean shot and just knock him out. But other than that, that's the only way I see Sergey Kovalev winning. It's just by a knockout. It won't be lucky, because nothing in boxing is lucky, but it'll just be like a knockout. And Andre Ward, of course, he's a human. He won't be able to come back from that. But as far as boxing and as far as how most likely the fight will go, I think Andre Ward's just gonna win by unanimous decision, or at least majority decision. Not unanimous decision, because I do think Sergey Kovalev is gonna win at least 4 rounds, at least 3 or 4 rounds, and some of the other rounds will be close. But I think Andre Ward, like I said, he's gonna win by points. Andre Ward, all day. He's the most skillful, most technical. You can't go against that, man. It's like going against Floyd Mayweather. You can't really knock that. I mean, only little fanboys and boxing casuals are gonna say, "Oh, Sergey Kovalev is gonna knock him the fuck out." But it's whatever. Boxing Guru. I'm gonna come back with the Lomachenko versus Walters prediction later on today. Please take time to subscribe. I'm out.